Hi guys, welcome to the CATWay. So in this video, we are going to solve a set of the day. And before moving ahead, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now let us move towards a question. So it says that exactly 7 people, Guru, Mani, Nani, Hari, Raju, Shravan, and Uday, were waiting in a queue to meet their favorite author, Mr. Nepal. However, each person was of a different height, and while standing in the queue, any person could see Mr. Nepal if and only if all the persons standing in front of him were shorter than him. And say the following information is known about the initial position. So, Shravan was able to see Mr. Nepal, while Raju, who was standing in front of Nani, was not able to see Mr. Nepal. Okay. Had Mani not been in the queue, with the remaining person staying in the same position, at least one more person would have been able to see Mr. Nepal. Uday, who was not the last, was immediately behind Shravan, while Hari, who is not the shortest, was standing adjacent to the fourth tallest person. Okay. The person who was standing in the middle of the queue was not able to see Mr. Nepal, and he was standing behind Nani. Okay. At least 4 persons were able to see Mr. Nepal. And the tallest person was not standing in the last position. And there was exactly 1 person behind Shravan who is shorter than him. Okay. So these are the things that we have been given. All right. So let us make our first people who are standing. Okay. So there's the person who's standing. And we need 7 places. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now talking about the position, I'll start from the right end. Okay, so the right end would be the first one. Just a second. Okay, so first position, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So these are the positions, these are the person, and we also need a column for the height. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so height we do not know, person we do not know, we only know the position. So let us start now a second. Okay, now what is given to us is that Raju is standing in front of Nani. Okay, it has been given that Raju is standing in front of Nani. Okay. Now, if you come to point number 4, it says the person in the middle of the queue is standing behind both Raju and Nani. Okay. Why is he behind both Raju and Nani? Because Nani is behind Raju, and if a person is behind Nani, that means he is also behind Raju. Okay. That means Raju and Nani must be in the first 3 positions. Okay, Raju and Nani have to be in the first 3 positions because he was standing in the middle and he was standing behind Nani. So wherever this person is basically standing over here. So these are the 3 places that are left, and in these 3 places, 2 places are going to be occupied by which people? Raju and Nani. Okay. Now come to the first one. It says that Raju was not able to see Mr. Nepal. Okay, it says that if you look here, while Raju was standing in front of Nani, was not able to see Mr. Nepal. So Raju is not able to see Mr. Nepal. That means Raju cannot be in the first position, because if he would have been in the first position, he would have been able to see Mr. Nepal. Okay. Now, if he is not able to see Mr. Nepal, that means definitely he is going to occupy which position? Position number 2. Okay. So Raju is going to occupy position number 2. Why he is not able to see? Because the person standing in the first position is taller than him, so he's not able to see Mr. Nepal. Okay. Now that means Nani will definitely be sitting over here. Nani will definitely be sitting over here. So 2 places are done. Okay. Chalo. Let's move. Chalo. Okay. Okay. If you look at the third point, what we realize is that it says that Uday, who was not the last. Now he is not the last and was immediately behind Shravan. Okay. He is immediately behind Shravan. Okay. Now Shravan, that means definitely cannot be in the first position. Okay, because beside right behind him there has to be Uday. So Shravan cannot take the first position. Okay. Now let's talk about if Shravan can take the 4th position. Okay. Acha. If you see, it has been given that what is that? Shravan. Okay, it has been given in the first point that Shravan was able to see Mr. Nepal. What has been given? The Shravan was able to see Mr. Nepal. That means Shravan can definitely not occupy the 4th position. Why? Because 4th position is the middle position, and we know that the person standing in the middle position was not able to see Mr. Nepal. Whereas we know Shravan was able to see Mr. Nepal. So that means Shravan definitely cannot occupy 4th position as well. So what are the positions that Shravan can occupy? Shravan can occupy either 5th position or 6th position. And similarly, Uday can occupy either 6th position or the 7th position, depending upon where Shravan is standing. Okay. But in third point, again, we have been given that Uday was not the last. Now we have been given that Uday was not the last. That means Uday had two options, either 6th or 7th position. Because he is not the last, he'll be standing in the 6th position, and that makes Shravan go to 5th position. Okay, that makes Shravan go to the 5th position. Okay. Now, if you see that it is now Shravan was standing in the 5th position, okay, and he is able to see Mr. Nepal. Okay, Shravan is in the 5th position and he is able to see Mr. Nepal. So at max, he can be the he can be at most the 3rd tallest person. Okay, either he could be the 1st tallest or the 2nd tallest or the 3rd tallest person. Okay, because he is able to see Mr. Nepal, that means he is definitely taller than first 4 people standing over there. He's definitely taller than the first 4 people. Okay, chalo. Let us move ahead. So there are 3 possible cases. I could be either he could be the tallest, or he could be the 2nd tallest, or he could be the 3rd tallest. Okay, chalo, take care. Now let's move ahead. Okay, what do we see? What do we see is that the tallest person was not standing in the last position. Okay, and there was exactly 1% behind Shravan who is shorter than him. Okay, so it says that there is 1% behind Shravan who is shorter than him. Okay, that means out of the persons here, 6th and 7th position, that is either Uday, whoever is going to occupy the 7th position, one of them is shorter than Shravan. Okay, that means Shravan taking the 3rd tallest person position is impossible. Okay, now Shravan can either be the tallest person or he can be the 2nd tallest person. Okay, chalo. Now let's see what else has been given. Okay, so if you see the 5th point, it says that at least 4 people were able to see Mr. Nepal. Okay, at least 4 people were able to see Mr. Nepal. Okay, at least 4 people. That means minimum 4 number of people. There are 4 people who will be able to see Mr. Nepal. Okay, chalo. Now the person who is at the 1st position. Okay, let's talk about see Mr. Nepal. Okay, so I'll put a tick mark over here wherever we feel that definite thing is given. Okay, so the person standing in the 1st position will be able to see, while Shravan will be able to see. We know the person standing in the 4th position won't be able to see. Okay, we know Raju cannot see. Okay, we also know that Raju cannot see. Okay, now out of the remaining 3 positions, there are going to be 2 people who are able to see. Okay, we also know that a person behind Shravan, that is either Uday or the person who is going to occupy the 7th position, cannot see him. That means definitely out of these 2, one has to be a tick, one has to be a cross in any order. Okay, now because we need 4 people who can see Mr. Nepal, for that to happen, Nani must definitely be able to see Mr. Nepal. Okay, now between these 2, we have to decide who will be that person. Okay, between these 2, we have to find out who will be that person. Okay, chalo. So let's see what else has been given to us. All right. Okay, because we know that at least one person, we know is that at least there is only one person, exactly one person who is behind Shravan and is shorter than him. That means one of them is taller than him. Okay, so Shravan can occupy what? 2nd position. Okay, he's the 2nd tallest. Also, we have been given the tallest person was not standing at the last. Okay, the tallest person was not standing at the last. Now the tallest person cannot sit in these 4 places. The tallest person cannot be sitting over here. So that means the tallest person will be Uday. Okay, and that means he will also be able to see Mr. Nepal, whereas the person occupying the 7th position won't be able to see Mr. Nepal. Okay, chalo. Let us move ahead. Okay, let's see what else has been given to us. Okay, if you see the 2nd point, it says that had Mani not been in the queue, the remaining person staying in the same position, at least 1 more people would have been able to see Mr. Nepal. Okay, now it means that Mani cannot occupy the 7th position, because if Mani is even removed from that position, there is no change in the number of people who can see Mr. Nepal. Okay, just Mani will be removed, other people standing the same way. There will be no increment in the number of people who are going to be able to see Mr. Nepal. Okay, so that means Mani has 2 options. Either Mani can be sitting in the 4th position, standing in the 4th position, or Mani could be standing in the 1st position. Okay, so now we have to find out where is he sitting. Okay, also if you see, let's see. Okay, what has been given to us? Question 2. Okay, Shravan was able to. Okay. All right, all right. If you see that Mani cannot be occupying, Mani cannot be occupying the fourth position. Okay, Mani cannot be occupying the fourth position because for a simple reason, Mani is not able to see Mr. Nepal. Okay, Mani is not able to see Mr. Nepal, whereas both Shravan and Uday are able to see Mr. Nepal. Okay, and the person standing in the seventh position is not able to see. So even if Mani is removed, still the number of people who can see Mr. Nepal are going to be ranked. Person standing in the first position, Nani is going to be able to see. Shravan was already able to see. Uday is already able to see. So that means Mani is then definitely not be in the fourth position, because even if he's standing in the fourth position and he's removed from there, if he's removed from there, then also there's no change in the number of people who can see Mr. Nepal. Okay, so that means where will Mani go? Mani will be going into the first position. Okay, now we are left with two people, and that are Hari and Guru. So the two people are Hari and Guru, and they have to occupy either the fourth position or the seventh position. Okay, now let us see what else can be done. Okay, Uday was, if you look at the third point, Hari has been mentioned over there. So Uday, who was not the last, was immediately behind Shravan, while Hari, who is not the shortest, was standing adjacent to the fourth tallest person. Was standing adjacent to the fourth tallest person. That means, see, if Hari goes over here, he will not be standing adjacent to the fourth tallest person, because Uday is the first tallest person. That means Hari has to go to here, this position. And because Hari is now adjacent to Shravan and Nani, and Shravan is the second tallest, that means Nani is the person who is going to be the fourth tallest. Okay, whereas Guru will be occupying this position. Okay, whereas Guru will be occupying this position. Okay, now let us move ahead. Let's see what else can be done. Chalo, let's see. Now Nani is the fourth tallest, Uday is the first, Shravan is the second. Okay, let's see what else can be. Okay, so Nani is the fourth tallest. Okay, acha, what we also know is that because Nani is able to see Mr. Nepal, that means Raju and Mani, both of them are able to are shorter than Nani. Okay, are shorter than Nani. Okay, both of them are shorter than Nani. While we also know that Mani is taller than Raju. We also know that Mani is taller than Raju. We also know that Hari cannot take the seventh number. Okay, he cannot be the seventh number. Okay, whereas Mani can also not be the seventh number. Okay, Mani can also not be the seventh number. Okay, chalo, let's see. So what positions are vacant for Raju? Is the fifth position, sixth position? Out of fifth, sixth, third, and seventh, what are the positions that he can take? If he takes fifth position, okay, if he takes fifth position, then Mani has to take the third position. Okay, if he takes the fifth position, then Mani has to take the third position. Now let's see if it is possible. Okay, let's see if it is possible if Raju is the fifth tallest and Mani is the third tallest. Okay, if Mani is the third tallest, what do we have over here? Okay, the tallest person was not, and there is exactly one person behind Shravan who is shorter than him. Okay, exactly one person behind Shravan who is shorter than him. Okay, Shravan was able to see Mr. Nepal while Raju was standing in front of Nani and was not able to see Mr. Nepal. Okay, all right. Then we have had Mani not been in the queue. Okay, there was one person definitely that is going to be there. Then Uday, who was not the last. Hari, who is not the shortest. Okay, we know that Hari cannot take the seventh position. Hari cannot take the seventh position. Mani cannot take the seventh position. That means there are two places left for seventh position. Either it has to be Guru or it has to be Raju. Okay, there are two places left for seventh position. Okay, seventh position cannot be taken by these people. Okay, now the person standing was. All right, guys. All right. So let us begin with, there are two possibilities for Raju. Okay, there are the possible conditions for rank 7 is that first let's consider the case in which Guru is the person ranked 7th. Okay, let's say Guru is the person ranked 7th. Okay. Now Hari cannot take the third position. Okay, Hari can definitely not take the third position, because if Hari would have been in the third position, he would have able to see Mr. Nepal. But we know Hari is not able to see Mr. Nepal. What we know is that Hari is not able to see Mr. Nepal. So third position also, he cannot take the seventh position. He cannot take the third position. So there are two possible cases for him. That is either rank 5 or rank 6. That is definite. Okay, the two possible cases for him are either he is going to take rank 5 or he is going to take rank 6. Okay, so these are the possible cases for Hari. Okay, and we have taken Guru to be number 7. Okay, we have taken Guru to be number 7. Now it means that, acha, if you talk about money, he cannot take the 7th position. We know that he cannot take the 3rd position as well, because if he is the 3rd highest tallest person, then Nani won't be able to see Mr. Nepal. But what we know is that Nani is able to see Mr. Nepal. Okay, so that means 7th is not possible for Mani, 3rd is not possible for Mani, and same goes for Hari. Hari also 3 is not possible, 7 is not possible. Okay, so that means the places that they can take is going to be either 5 or 6, but I do not find any definite conclusion based on the statements given, that who will be the 5th tallest and who will be the 6th tallest. Okay, so this is there. Now between Guru and Raju, what is going to be the case is that, again, Raju cannot occupy 3rd position. Okay, Raju cannot occupy the 3rd tallest rank, because if Raju is the 3rd tallest, then Nani cannot see Mr. Nepal. Okay, so that means the only thing left for Raju is going to be 7th tallest, whereas Guru will be the 3rd tallest person. Okay, now with this the set is complete. Let us move towards the questions. So who is the tallest person among the 7? We know it's Uday, option number A. Who is the first person in the queue? We know it's Mani, that is option number C. And if the 5th tallest person was standing to the 2nd tallest person. Okay, so we are talking about the case where this is 5th and this is 6th. Okay, how many people are taller than Mani? So taller than Mani, if you talk about, he's 6th position. So there are 5 people who are taller than him. That is the correct answer for third question, is going to be 5. So with this, the set is complete, and hope you have understood the set well, guys. And you can log on to catway.in for more info on the CAT. Thanks for watching the video.